Hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, and we're starting on a new project today. Mike wanted me to check out this 302 small block that he had purchased a few years ago. And we want to build this up for, I believe it's a 68 Camaro. And basically, I'm looking to see what we need to do here. This is a CE block, okay? So the casting number is 392 or 397-0010. The pistons in it. Oh, and then there's a casting, look at the casting date here. What does this say? E214. Okay, so I'm going to have to look all these numbers up. The pistons are basically a 392-7172, and I think I looked that up. It's a 4-inch bore, so I think this is a 302 we're looking at. And then, like I said, it's a CE block, so it's CE 4328, and then there's a -05. I'm not sure what that means. Hey, if you want to help me out, you know, give me a ring. We're looking, Mike would like to put aluminum heads on this motor. I took the timing cover off just to make sure that we didn't have a plastic ring around here. So it's going to be a solid lifter motor. I have the camshaft spec. Hang on a second. All right, the note I have here, it says it's a camshaft solid lifter Z28 cam. And it needs to be removed and put some oil on here because this engine was never broken in. So I've got some Lunati break-in installations, but I'm not sure exactly what camshaft is in here. So maybe I'll take the bolts off of the timing here and see if I can see a number on the camshaft. All right, so I went ahead and took the camshaft out, and it's the only thing I can see on there is 405, and then there's a 0 stamped on there. And then there's what the lobes look like. So it's a brand new cam. It's never been broken in or anything. It's got a pink stripe on there. It does not have any numbers to help me identify it on here. So I'm fat out of luck there. I'm gonna look around and see if I can see. There's a F14 there. It's a F14 Tomcat, right? So here's what the bottom half of the motor looks like. It's looks like we got an oil pump already on here, and lots of assembly line marks here, greens and blues and pinks on the rods, and it looks like we got a 4-bolt main. Hey, I'm not much of an engine tearer downer. I've put them together before, but trying to identify what this thing is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So I'm gonna phone a friend. All right, found some more numbers on here. It looks like this says GM17, and then there's look at this a little closer. 2182. So GM172182. Hey fans, hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage. We're out here working on a little 302 DZ motor. It's a solid lift camshaft motor. We found some heads for it. We're gonna get this thing assembled up. The heads are at the machine shop getting completely redone. Mike bought this engine several years ago, and basically was just a rotating assembly. There was a note on the engine that said make sure you lube the cam up before you start this up. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully the heads will get back from the machine shop pretty quick and we can do a complete assembly on this. But hey, I got my Cavs hat on. What a weekend for the Cavs. Beat Boston. Beat Portland last night in overtime. Man, the Cavs are doing great, so I'm supporting them. I got my Guardians shirt on here way back, and it's gone. And March 26th, I'll be reporting for duty down at the Guardians. to get my training for this year and my uniform for this year. So, hey, I'm looking forward to another season working down at the stadium. I can't believe they pay me to watch baseball. What a gig. That's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. But today we're going to get some, I'm using a cam and lifter installation lube, and I'm going to get this nicely on the cam. I'm going to lube it up, and of course you want to be generous with this. Get it all over there. We don't want an engine cam failure when we go start this up. So I'm going to lube this up nice. This stuff is nice and sticky and grease, almost grease-like, but not quite there. Between grease and oil, this is what it is. Of course, I'm sure it's got all sorts of nice additives in here to make sure we have a successful engine start. Now, putting these cams in, you want to do it as gingerly as possible. So, okay, we're getting all the cam stuff. I got some gloves on, and I know I'm being messy here, but that's okay. We don't want engine failure. So, getting this installed up. This is a solid lift camshaft. It's probably from 1974, according to the body tag or the CE plate up here, and it's been sitting on the shelf, never fired. So this should be a cool engine. We're going to put it in a 68 Camaro. So you're gonna simply push this in. You're gonna guide it in. Try not to nick anything. All right. It's always a challenge putting these cams in. You gotta do it. It's going in very nicely. So you can you kind of feel your way around as you do this. There's lots of videos out there on how to install cams. I'm just an idiot working out in the garage. You don't have to follow what I'm doing. But you're just kind of guiding this in, nice and easy. Kind of, like I say, it gets harder. It gets kind of hard when you get towards the end here. Poopy. There we go. Kind of rotating it around as we move around to the final stage. I got a couple bolts here. I wish I had a longer bolts on here. It'll make it kind of easy when you get to the end. But rotate it around, get those bearings nice and greasy. And you know what? I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna go find some longer bolts so it makes it a little easier. Hang on here. Camera's all greasy now. All right, I found some longer bolts. I'd like to be them longer, but I couldn't find it. So at least I'll be able to grab this pretty good. There. Last one's always the hardest here. Here we go. We're going in. There we go, there. So now she's guided in there nice. We'll spin that grease around. Cam loop from Comp Cam, and yeah, we're all set, and we'll build up the timing chain there. All right, there you go for today. I'm gonna make sure I've got cam lube everywhere, down in the lifter holes and stuff, and get this engine ready for full assembly. See you guys. Hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, and we're out here in Mike's garage working this afternoon. And we're getting an oil pan on this 302 DZ motor. So I want to make sure I had the right clearance on this. As you can see, I'm using a one-piece Velcro gasket, and I'll show you a little bit about how to put that on. But at first, I want to make sure this oil pan fits okay. So I put a piece of clay here, and then I put the oil pan on here, and basically I had it nice and round. And then I pushed it down on it a little bit to flatten it out and make sure I've got enough clearance for this oil pickup, because this isn't the original pan. Had to buy a pan. So it looks like we got enough clearance. Things are gonna go good there. So I don't know, it's about a little over a 1/4 inch, close, about a 1/4 inch. So it's setting a 1/4 inch off the bottom of the oil pan here. And you can see this has got a nice baffle in it. So we're gonna be in good shape. So next thing I'm gonna do is show you how to put this gasket on. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little dab of RTV down in the corners here on the timing cover, and then back here on the rear main seal. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. All right, the next thing you're gonna do is use these cool little devices, little plastic devices. And you can see they've got a ledge on them, and you screw them right into the corners, okay? And then we're gonna lay the gasket on top of that. And what's cool about it is it helps the gasket set right in the exact right place. So first you're gonna put these on, and then you're gonna lay the gasket over, okay? And they'll clip right over that. And hear it snap. And we'll do the same with the oil pan. And it will it'll snap in place. So this makes sure that the gasket's nice and it's got across the bolts. You can see all the bolt holes here. We're gonna lay this on here. And then you're gonna push it down until it basically snaps right in place. And so now it's in the exact right place with the little plastic guides. And I can get my bolts and with the star washer and work my way around here.
Doing this, but oh, you got the cables that are pretty in the ass though.
Hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, and today we got the heads back from PC Automotive, and we're going to put the heads on this small block 302 Chevy that we're building for a 68 Camaro. So I wanted to make sure I was absolutely at top dead center before I went ahead and put the heads on the motor. So I've got my head gasket, I've gone through and I've tapped out every single one of the holes for the head bolts, and I've got them setting over on the bench ready to go on. But just to show you, that we're at top dead center, absolutely. We got a dial indicator on here. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm gonna move it back and forth just a little bit and make sure I'm absolutely at top dead center. So there's top dead center right there. I was at about 1 thou on the meter there. I'm gonna move it back, make sure I'm absolutely there. Okay, so I'm right there at top dead center. So now I feel comfortable. I need a timing tab down here. So I got to order a timing tab to go on here, but I've gone ahead and marked it with a magic marker. So we should be all set, and I won't rotate the motor anymore until we're ready to go ahead and check some other things for clearances. I've already test fit one of the heads on here because this is a pretty high compression motor. What is it, 11.5 to 1 or 11.2 to 1. It's got, as you can see, it's got domed pistons here. Maybe I can go down a little bit. You can see there, I've got dome pistons here, so they definitely come up into the combustion chamber and really squeeze that mixture of fuel and air. So we'll go through and we'll clean out these cylinder bores one more time. Since I've rotated things around, I've got a little light oil on there, and we should be all set to go for head assembly. All right, here we go. Hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, out in Mike's garage here today, working on a nice little 302 small block Chevy. And this, as you can see, it's got dome pistons. So this is a CE block, and this is basically a counter exchange block for a 302 DZ motor. So kind of cool motor. We purchased this a while back, and I think I've got some other videos I might have to go back and research. This project's been sitting on the shelf lately, but we decided to get it back out. and we did not have a set of heads for this engine. And now, as you can see, a set of heads, well, at least one head is on there. And that's what we're going to be working on today. We're going to show you how to install the heads, or at least how I'm going to do it. There's multiple ways to, I suppose, you can do this project, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it today, and we're going to talk about the heads a little bit. Now, listen, I'm not any expert here. I can only go by what I've read, and I've built a few small blocks, and this particular small block, we wanted to kind of replicate the DZ motor, but it's going to have some differences. And I've got an intake manifold on this car that's going to blow you away as far as day 2 intake manifolds. Just wait till I get to that part. It's just awesome intake manifold that I think they're pretty rare. And speaking of rare, you know who supplied us the heads, our buddy Chris Knavel. And if he's got it, it's definitely rare. And I asked Chris if he had some double hump heads, and he had a set of 1968 heads. What we're looking at, it's not double hump, but it does have the accessory bolts, and I kind of wanted that too. These are the same as a double hump head, and I've got one set in here. And basically we sent this out, these particular heads, over to Paul Cole, PC Automotive, and we've worked with Paul before on projects. Right. Had to clean my lens there, make sure you guys are getting a clear picture. And I started to mention this set of heads was machined by Paul Cole. Now, originally, this is an 8947 041 casting. Like I said, same as the same CCs as the DZ motor. I think it's a 64 cc. I need to double check that. But this particular set of heads originally came with a 194 150 exhaust and intake valves. And Paul went ahead and put hardened seats in there. And now we have 202 valves and 160 intakes. So we're all set as far as the heads go. They've been nicely rebuilt and machined up, and Paul even put guides on here. Now, Mike had some NOS springs from Chevrolet. See, it's got a little, these are a dual spring model. They got the little purple mark on there from GM. And he went ahead and put these studs in here with valve guides, so that should be really nice. Now, these particular heads, I have a casting date of December 1968, and September 9th, 1968. So pretty cool. And I was looking up these heads, and they said that they are very rare. Typically used on a 350 horse engine, but very rare. And that fits Chris appropriately because everything Chris has is rare. And we want to thank Chris for these heads because he basically got them for Mike, had them in his garage. And all we had to do was have the machining done and new valve springs put in there. So now we're going to move over. And you can see I've got a Felpro gasket set. I bought the whole kit for the motor. And we've got our head gaskets on here. Stripe side up when you're doing these. And make sure that all the heads, all the holes match up. And I've gone ahead and tapped out all the holes. And then also... going over here, not to my water, but we're using a Permatex 80632 on the head bolts that I have. So we'll be gooping these up. Now, yesterday I started doing this project, and I had a TFE paste with Teflon, which is basically a pipe dope. This is mainly used for pipe fittings. And I wanted to use a thread sealant for actual, straight threads. So I went ahead and went to the auto parts store and got got this Permatex, which is more appropriate for what we are doing. And it'll you know, it's good for oil and gas and water, where basically pipe dope is made just for water. Excuse me. Anyway, we'll put some goop on all the head bolts, and then we will torque these heads down, and we'll take you through that process. I'll get you on the tripod over there, and we'll take you through that process today. All right, here we go. All right, so we've got our snap-on torque wrench on here, and I've already done the first one. I guess I'm going to go through three different torque sequences on this, 25, 45, and 65, and then I'll go back and recheck the 65. But basically, you're starting in the center, and then you're moving upper right-hand corner, all right? Hear that? That's when you hit it. Got a little beep, and it takes it up to 25. And then you're going to go down here. Remember your circular pattern, so you're going to go here, 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 and then back up here. So 25, and basically like that. Catch these two bottom ones before you go back up top. And you're going up there, so now you're going to go up here. And like I said, it's just a circular pattern. All right, so you get the hang of that. All right, I don't know if you can see that, but now we're going to bump it up to 65 foot-pounds. There, easy peasy, 65 foot-pounds. And then we're going to start here. This is our final sequence. I skipped over the 45. And this is when you need to eat your Wheaties because, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of a pull. Okay, there's 65. And we got the center one. Now we're going to move down here and do these two, working in a circular pattern. Oof. And yeah, this takes a little bit of strength to make sure you're on that bolt good, and get yourself a good pull. All right, we'll keep working our way around. All right, now we're on the other side. I've already torqued the first bolt and working our way around again. And I'm starting out with 25 foot-pounds. All right, so make sure you have good secure footing when you do this. And you could hear it beep there at 25 foot-pounds. And when you know it, I had to put batteries in this wrench. It's been sitting around. This wrench is really a smart technology. I know when we built the LS motor, remember that a couple years ago, on those particular head bolts, what you would do is you'd tighten them to a certain torque, and then you would continue to increase the turns till you got to like 90 degrees. So it's different, you know, putting the LS motor together and this old 1968 motor. It's just a little bit different, but more or less the same. I do like the LS motors a lot better. They make a lot more power for your money. But hey, we're going old school here, day 2, and this is going to be a real cool motor. So once again, I'm going to put a pretty cool intake manifold on that. Stick around for the next video on that. And I apologize for not getting content out as often as I usually do. Got busy with working down at the stadium and working at the coin shop and working here. So, hey, I appreciate you guys following along with me. Appreciate you guys. Got a lot of subscribers, over 2,300, on our way to 2,500 right now. Thank you a lot. I appreciate that. And if you wouldn't mind to click on like and subscribe, it helps me out in retirement. What can I say? I'm an old guy working on my second career here as an engine builder, coin shop guy, and a guy showing people to their seats and scan their tickets. But hey, it's a lot of fun. It's things I always wanted to do, and I hope you get to follow your dreams after you're done with your work career, and stay busy and stay happy. and hit 61 years old last week. Celebrated my birthday. Want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. But okay, let's finish up this, and then we'll get on to the intake manifold. Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage. See ya.